Now, President Trump has a plan to deal with Obamacare if Trump Care fails to make its way through Congress. Like, for example, if the Democrats decide to filibuster the crap out of it. Now, at a meeting with the leaders of the conservative groups that are opposed to his new plan, included representatives from Club for Growth, the Heritage Foundation, Americans for Prosperity, Freedom Works, and the Tea Party Patriots. Now, these groups, and I talked about this earlier, these groups thought this plan, they're against this plan because it's too generous to the American people. Now, that is, of course, preposterous. And let me lay out the reasons why. Now, for example, under Trump Care, everybody's premiums go up unless you're 20 and not poor. So if you're 20 and you're doing pretty good, you're doing pretty decently, or you're rich, you're going to do great under this plan. You don't have to buy insurance. You're going to save a lot of money unless you get sick. And then, well, if you get sick, SOL. Now, for the average American that is not 20 and wealthy, it is estimated that the bill, that your premiums under Trump Care will increase costs by about $1,500 for the year. Now, that's if it were in effect today. Now, in 2020, for example, the bill would actually increase costs for the average enrollee by $2,400 and also give the richest a $200,000 tax cut. That adds up to billions of dollars per year in taxes. So, there you go. And that's what it's kind of all about. The reason they hated Obamacare so much, the people who were rich, it's not because it was giving substandard care, or, oh, it didn't cover everybody like we wanted it to. No. The reason that they were against it is because it taxed the rich. It was taxing the rich to pay for poor people's subsidies, people who are middle class, and to pay for the Medicaid expansion. No, we can't cover these poor people. No, that's taking money out of our pockets and putting into theirs. Well, we don't want that. We hate that. We hate that kind of redistribution. What we want is redistribution from regular people to us. That's what this is about, man. Look, under this American Health Care Act, Trump Care, whatever you want to call it, you're going to end up paying more for health insurance if you get sick. And by the way, if you don't have health insurance previously and you want to get covered, if you get sick, an extra 30% surcharge if you don't have insurance. You're essentially, what it is that you're penalized for getting insurance when you need it instead of being penalized for not having insurance. Well, there you go. But no, this is too generous towards the poor. The tax credits are too much, according to the Koch brothers. Now, look, it's not like these rich people actually want you to die. I'm going to kill everybody. No, that's ridiculous. What it is that they don't care about you. Look, if you get sick and die, well, that's a sad day for you, man. I got to have my tax cut. You should have been born rich. And that's what this whole thing is. That's what it's about. That's what repeal and replace has always been about. How can we repeal the taxes that we have to pay in to make Obamacare work? And how can we replace it with nothing? Look, they've had 7 years to come up with a replacement. Now they just got it? Now? It's because that wasn't the whole point. The whole point is get rid of those taxes so they can save extra money. It's not about cheaper insurance. It's not about better health care. It's not about any of the other crap that they promised in this replacement. No. If you want actual health care, if you want the stuff that Donald Trump promised you during the campaign, oh, it's going to cover everybody. It's going to be so cheap. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to cover everything. You go with a single payer health care plan. You go with Medicare for all. Or at least you put in a public option. No. This is about the rich wanting more. Now let's go back to this meeting. Now Trump reportedly said that if the House's GOP's plan to repeal and replace Obamacare fails, right? The American Health Care Act fails in the Senate, fails in the House. Well, what he'll do is that his plan is to let Obamacare fail so that he can blame the Democrats for it. Well, that's real fucking mature. You know what? That's the mark of somebody who does not give two shits about healthcare at all. But I already told you, that's not what this whole thing's about. You see, what Donald Trump wants to do is that he wants to win. He's a winner. He doesn't like losing, right? This, for him, would be a legislative victory, despite the fact that this would end up kicking millions of people out of healthcare and actually be worse than Obamacare. And trust me, I've criticized the ACA for not having price controls or public option and for premiums rising, despite the fact that, of course, premiums were still rising before the ACA, and the ACA actually helped slow them down. But anyway, regardless, I've still criticized the ACA for being a big giveaway to health insurance companies, but TrumpCare is is way more of a giveaway to the rich and insurance companies than I had pointed out before. Now, in order to get these groups on board, Trump had reportedly had to try to sell this, right? He's still trying to get these people on board, so he said, quote, "This is going to be great. You're going to make it even greater. I'm going to work hard to get it done. And not only that, it's going to be tremendous. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to save billions of dollars in taxes over years. You yourself, you're going to save $200,000 a year in taxes with this plan." But see, what Donald Trump didn't realize when he's saying this is that their greed knows no bounds. And that's the problem with these people. Look, the Koch brothers alone are worth $50 billion. How much more do these two individuals actually need? They could buy anything that they want. They can take care of themselves, they can take care of their families for the end of time on $50 billion. What do they need? Well, they don't need it. But see, the way that this works is you got to be richer than the next guy. Also, he could wave his gold-plated dick around. "Hey, I'm richer than you, scrub. Look at me." No, this whole thing, it's disgusting. Especially seeing how many people they stepped on to get to the top. Their entire family. So, look, some examples. And I'm just using Koch brothers as an example, but there are others who've also scammed their way to the top. And there are also people who legitimately got to the top as well through hard work and innovation. Great. And I celebrate those people as well. I want to be one of those people, by the way. But anyway, the Koch brothers themselves skimmed off Native Americans, right? They stole money from tribes. They had oil deals, and we're just going to take some of this oil from you, and we're going to sell it, and we're going to take the money. That's what's going on here. Not only that, but of course they've continuously broke numerous environmental laws, hurting people in the process. Of course, with polluting in different areas, getting caught polluting in different areas, rivers, streams, etc. And that has an effect on people as well, on people's livelihoods and homes. And look, not only that, but Charles and David Koch, their father, Fred Koch, helped Nazi Germany build an oil refinery. Hey man, it's this business though. Got to make that money. We don't care how we make that money or from whom. So it's nothing but greed, man. Look, and it's not just Republicans that are greedy. I could see some Democrats voting for this as well, especially in places where Donald Trump had won. Places like, I don't know, West Virginia. I'm looking at you, Joe Manchin. I'm looking at you. In fact, part of Trump's plan to sell this bill is to promote it, unlike what the Democrats did for the ACA. According to CNN, Trump said he will have football stadium events in states where he won by 10 to 12 points, and he's going to dare people to vote against him. Look, that's smart politics. That's actually a really smart plan. I got to give them credit for that. That is really good politics. You're selling it to the people, man. Sure, he's probably going to lie his ass off, but hey, it's good politics. And he'll lie all day. Oh, don't worry, it'll be cheaper, it'll cover everyone, it'll be great, you're going to save so much money. Look, I just pointed out where that's not factually accurate. And the CBO hasn't even scored it yet, because it would be a disaster. And once it passes, well, he's not going to need to lie anymore, because he's already won. What are you going to do? Sucker, you believed me when I said it would be cheaper than you. They're cheaper for you. You believed me. Well, that's not my fault, that's your fault. Ha! Oh, no. What he meant by that, by the way, for cheaper, it's going to be cheaper for the donors. The people that I actually care about. Now go piss off and die in a corner unless you're actually going to send me some money. Look, that's what it's all about. It's all about the money, man. If you fall for their snake oil and you're older and you're middle class or you're poor, I hate to break it to you, but you are in a world of hurt. And this is the whole thing that we were trying to prevent. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.